All right, guys. Packers lose in the same fashion 2 years in a row in overtime. Um, just seems like an old habit for the Packers. Just getting to the playoffs and winning one game and then being sent home, or winning no game and getting sent home. That's usually the story for the Packers every postseason. It just sucks, man. It just really fucking sucks. I wish I could be on camera to just show the disappointment on my face, but I can't because my camera is just being an asshole right now. So I hope everybody can just understand the disappointment, at least in my voice. I'm just tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Every Packers fan is tired of watching us constantly be involved in these classic games and never coming out as the victor. Okay, I don't like to talk about the 2009 playoff game against the Cardinals. It was the highest scoring playoff game in NFL history, but who gives a damn because we didn't win. You know, I don't fucking like to talk about those two games against the Seahawks. The first one we got screwed on the Phil Murray, or last year in overtime, because who cares? We didn't win. And just the Packers just constantly are always on the wrong end of these epic finishes to games. And it just really sucks. Especially when it happens in overtime. In the playoffs, and no less. After watching Aaron do everything he could that last drive to even get us in that position to take the game to overtime, you have to watch one of the best wide receivers in the game, Larry Fitzgerald, just take over the game and win it for his team. And there's obviously nothing bad you could say about Larry. The guy's a beast. One of the best receivers in the game, even at his age, still doing it. Just took over the game. And it was just disappointing how once he started getting in a groove, and I think about midway through the third quarter, we pretty much did nothing to try to stop him. Nothing. He just said, "Give me the ball. I'm winning this shit for my team." And we didn't adjust at all to bring more coverage to his way, anything. And somehow he just gets lost and forgotten about on that play, that one play in overtime that decided the game. I didn't care that he got caught, because once he took off and he was gone, you knew the game was over. And it just sucks to lose again when your quarterback doesn't even get an opportunity to step on the field. And of course, you're gonna have a lot of morons out there in the media coverage saying Aaron lost another game in postseason. Yeah, he lost another game in postseason, in which case he didn't even get a chance to take the field. Yeah, that's media That's media coverage in a nutshell. He did everything he could to even get us in that position. And I'm so happy for both Janis and Abbrederis for getting opportunities to play and showing what they can do. Because James Jones, he didn't do anything. He's just so inconsistent. He didn't do shit. You could say, oh, the Patrick Peterson was on him. But you know what? Patrick Peterson is not that good of a cornerback. He really isn't. That's just my opinion. I don't think he's a shutdown corner at all. But it doesn't take much to shut down James Jones because he's not a great wide receiver. If the Packers get rid of him and Adams during the offseason, I wouldn't give two shits. Okay, you can get rid of those two. Keep Cobb, even though he has his drop problems. But keep Cobb, keep Ty Montgomery, keep Janis, keep Abbrederis. And with a healthy Jordy Nelson, let's see what we can do next year. But again, once again we lose in overtime again. To the Cardinals, no less. Just like how we did in 09. But you know what? I got a headache and I'm just so upset, like most Packers fans are. I'm just really proud about the way these guys went out there and played. I really am. The defense, they played well for 3 quarters. There were a lot of opportunities they had to maybe pick Carson Palmer off more than they did, but you know what? You can't look back on that kind of stuff. So I'm looking at it positively, and I'm just saying I'm happy the way those guys went out there and they played. They gave it everything they had. They did. They played it. They played as hard as they could. And that's what I said in my preview, that I would be so much happier if even if we lost, that if we just came out there and we played like we wanted to be there and not lay down for the Cardinals, it'd be taking a loss would be much more better. Because this loss would have been even more bad had we not been in a good position. Had we not taken that game to overtime. Had we not been kept the game close the entire game. So I can just say positive. The one positive I can take out of it is just I'm happy with the way those guys went out there and played. That's what I can say. That's the one positive I can take out of this. But the one negative is the fact that we didn't win. And it just sucks, and we got to wait months and months before we can see the Packers play again. And that's always the worst thing about when the NFL season is over. You know. So, there you have it. Another epic finish to a playoff game that the Packers lose. I really don't know what's going to happen next next year. Hopefully we'll get a lot of guys back healthy. But I will say this. I personally just do not believe in us ever getting back to the Super Bowl under McCarthy. That's just my opinion. I would like to know what other Packers fans feel like in this situation, but I personally don't believe in the McCarthy era anymore and getting back to the Super Bowl under him. That's just my opinion. That's all I got.